So it got to a time people were like influencing them, say that their son is doing fraud. My father looked into my face and was like, Prince, like where at all have you been getting these people? Like, because I mean a lot of people came, high profile people. When I tell people that are close, they know my educational background. They said, no, you are not the one. Are we using the golden slip? He said yes. The D-Day finally came. He called that Anna, he's having issues. The issue is, so we can't use golden slip. So I was like,
wow. All right, folks, you are welcome back to Hypes Media. This is Chat with Sir, with your brother and your friend, Sir Isaac. Today, I have in the studio one of the young entrepreneurs who is doing so well in the industry of entrepreneurship and entertainment. By name, Prince Selikem, the CEO and founder of Goyea Africa. Prince, you are welcome.
Thank you, sir.
How has life been?
Life we thank God for life, first of all, and in everything I've learned to thank God. That's what gets me or keep me going at any time. So life has not been easy, but we thank God for life.
Okay. Take us through your journey of life. Where do you come from? What is your educational background? How is family life like?
Okay. All right. So my name is Prince Weallth Selikem, and I'm the only male among 6 girls.
Ooh.
Strong girls. Yeah.
Ooh. And I guess they will be pampering you a lot.
Actually. So life has not been easy, and with my educational background, most of the times I don't really talk about it because it reminds me with a whole lot of things, because I have to sacrifice my education for my sisters, and after SHS I have to face life and be on the street, hustle. But it didn't stop me. We are in a technological world. The world has become a global village. So I have to, go online, get some short courses, get myself to be, educate myself in terms of graphic design, IT, and then entertainment. I came up with the entertainment because way back, I think 4 years, 5 years, or 6 years back, I love ministry. I've been singing. I host program, worship night. So that's why I gathered, my event experience from. So 2019, I met one lady, and we actually fell in love. I want to talk about this because this is all part of my life experience. So we fell in love. We were good, and that time life has been so difficult. I wasn't working. I was looking for a job. I wasn't getting because of my qualification and all that. So I was doing the graphic design. So even with the graphic design, there was a pastor that I've been going to his house. So normally you'll be doing the designs. He will not teach me anything, but I'll be at his back watching everything. So one day he gave me his keys. So I have to, I wasn't having laptop. I wasn't having any friend that was having a laptop. So I actually went to the machine and I started designing. And my first design, you laugh, sir, but I was able to come up with something.
Yeah.
So from there, I spoke with one of my friend's brother.
Okay.
And I said, I want to do an attachment. I didn't. So there, I've been trying to learn Photoshop and other things. So that's how I became a graphic designer. So this lady came into my life. Comfort wherever you are. God bless you so much. So normally I was into full-time ministry then.
Okay.
I was doing the ministry work there. So if she's going to school, she have to bring her provision to home. She was staying in she still stays in Accra. So she will bring her provisions
to you.
Yes.
Without the knowledge of her parents.
Yes. So we'll eat, and if she's
but she
ready,
was schooling in Ho?
Yeah, she was schooling at Afiadeniba Senior High School.
Okay.
That's Volta region. So when she's ready to go to school, then I have to go in rooms and then I'll give her some.
Oh, so you are talking about SHS?
Yeah, she was actually in SHS by then. So she will have to. Yes, so she will have to. I have to go and room her and then give her some 50 cedis. And so, King, this she normally call me King. This one is too. And I said, you go. I will do something about it. So one day, a friend pastor spoke to me about Long Reach. Okay. And I was like, okay, fine. I love the business. He's a pastor.
Sorry to cut you.
Okay.
At that time, were you still living with your parents?
No. I was not.
You had vacated home.
Yes, I was actually roaming. I'll go to Accra, then I'll come back to Ho. But when I come back to Ho, there is a family house, so okay. I wasn't staying with my parent.
Oh, okay, but your parents were in Ho.
My father actually in Accra. My mother is in Ho.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, still in Ho. Okay. Yeah. So we're just hustling. I mean, trying to
make life.
Yes, make life. So one day, the pastor spoke to me about Long Reach business, and I was like, okay, fine. I think this is a nice business since he's a pastor, and I also as a then I only want to do ministry. So I was like, let me give it a try.
For a pastor to introduce a business to you,
I have to.
It's genuine. Yes.
So I started, hyping. Even with the Long Reach business, I have to borrow MTN quick loan, 300 cedis. So I invested 200 cedis, and I gave the rest of the 100 cedis to my the girl, to go to school. So I mean, I was thinking that Long Reach, immediately you join, you start
the money
winning,
will start coming.
But the money wasn't coming. I was like, what is all this? So one day, this girl was then. I called her. I said, Princess, I think I have to start my own thing. I have to. Then she was like, Prince, yes, you have to do something. I said, okay, fine. I'm going to come up with a company, and it's going to be a limited liability. Like it's going to be a company, not even sole proprietorship.
Wow.
She said, how are you going to do it? I said, you watch out and see what I'm actually going to do. So as at that time, I was doing the talking. I talk a lot. So I was doing the talking, and then she was writing the name of the company and then the vision. So we're writing everything like a joke, and I have to implement everything we wrote in the book. That was when I came up with my first award scheme, and actually it was the first Young Entrepreneur Award in Volta region.
Wow! So
I came up with it, and the response was very, very good. But my brother, it wasn't easy. As at that time, I wasn't having the experience. So whilst the voting money were coming, I was doing everyone's trying to get sponsorship and blah blah blah. And that year 2019, we couldn't do the awards because there was no sponsorship, and then the vote money
wasn't
coming. And the little one that came was, I was using it for like transportation. You go to Accra because most of the nominees were in Accra, and I was then living in Ho. So I have to be transporting myself, do it, and the money actually got finished. How do I come up with the awards night? These people started bashing me left, center. In fact, it was very, very horrible. Wow. It got to a time that I nearly gave up. Some of the nominees insulted me. They went and dig into my background.
Wow.
You are not even educated. I was dealing with people
I get it.
Yes. So they have to insult me, and when you talk about my education, I very emotional about it because I had wanted to be a lawyer, either a lawyer or a CID. So I had a couple of cases, and I have to use my own wisdom and strategies to get evidence and win the cases, like some of the court case and other cases in terms of business. You know, if you're a young entrepreneur, a year then you get a police case or a case. So when they talk about my education, I get very emotional. I'd wanted to, end it all, and this lady was like, you came a long way to just give up. You have to. So I came back to Accra to hustle and then gather some money and come up with the award. By the grace of God, the award night came up in 2020, and it was wow. I mean, people came all the way from Accra, other places, and we had over 150 people that was present. They bought ticket, and it was amazing. So
your first edition.
My first edition.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. And this lady in question was still in support of whatever.
Yes, I mean
she. Backing on.
Yes. So when you check my 2019, 2020, 2021 interviews, I mean there was no interview that I've not even mentioned her name.
Wow.
Yeah. We'll talk about that. I mean, during the conversation, we'll talk about that, even though she's also facing her life somewhere. But then,
so at the end of the day, you guys are not together.
Oh yeah, but we are cool. I mean, even today, I posted something on WhatsApp, and then she was like, who is that person? I knew that she was basically trying to remind me of something, and I was like, she's the one. Then she was like, oh, then I mean the lady has been going. I said, but you are the one. You've been supportive.
You did the whole job.
Yes, you did a whole. So when we'll talk about the conversation. We'll talk about that if any other. Yeah.
All right. So let's. I want us to stay a bit at your family background, where you had to stop schooling to pave way for your siblings to further theirs. Okay. How did it happen?
Okay, so when I completed SHS, I'd wanted to go to school, even though my result wasn't that good, but I had a school.
Okay.
Yes. So then I was basically into the ministry. Now I was singing, and I was all over. I mean, Prince Hima was all over. Minister Prince, I was all over. So my father was like, I should go and rewrite my papers.
Okay.
So I told him that I mean, we are many. It's not something I would wish to do. Let me just go to school, and I will do well when I
Okay.
But he insisted. Ooh. And I was like, we are many, and
you were still trying to convince him.
Yes. So let me just go. And as at that time, we are twins. I have a twin sister. Ooh. So as at that time, my twin sister was already in SHS 1 before I was going. Okay. So he keep on insisting, and I was like, but this man,
because you had already qualified, and so you also got a school.
So he was doing back and forth, and I told him, okay, fine, you just send me some money. I will go back to class and then rewrite there. So he sent the money, but as at that time I was in Accra, Dansuma, hustling. So when he sent the money, I also squandered the money, and he got angry. I went to him. He called with my stepmother. They called, and I went to him, and they asked me questions. I explained everything to him. Said, we are many. If I want to go back, and I also don't want to go back because I feel
you're wasting time.
I'm wasting time, and I have to, hurry up for my kid sisters, Then he was like, Anna, and there is money issue. That's when he have to, open up. There is money issue, and I'm very talented. I sing, and he was trying to make an example with Brother Sami, who is not educated, but with a musical, he's doing well, and he made, and my stepmother too was in support, and they tried. As at that time, I wanted to go to school, to be frank, but they managed to convince me, say, since I'm the only man or the only male among them, I
You
have to sacrifice and face life to become whatever I want to become. I can become whatever I want to become without even, going back to school. So I was like, okay, fine. If this is coming from my father and then my stepmother, why not?
Were you hurt?
I was, because I really wanted to go to school. I really wanted to go to school. I really wanted, but it got to a time they feel say I didn't wanted to go to school. But I wanted to. I really wanted to. Yeah, but because of the explanation they did, and I was also young and naive by then, so I have to just pave way. My sister completed. I mean, they've all started completing. My sister have to. She's trying to go to the tertiary, and it's kind of say like I don't have money and all that. So I was asking myself, what if I should have completed SHS and I want to go to tertiary? He'll be giving me all these excuses. So quickly, I just have to work hard and see my sister through school.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So in all these, your sisters, how did they also take the whole issue? Or because they were also very young at that time.
Oh yes. Nobody want
really
to.
Want to
and I'm someone, if whatever I want, I get. So if I've taken a decision, I've taken a decision. It got to a time my twin sister was like, "Achu, go, we come to like that kind of vibes." But I was like, "Oh no, me already. I'm doing something. Like already they managed to convince me. So I want to do full-time ministry. That was what I actually told them. But even yet, I'm not doing the ministry any longer. So,
but I feel like in as much as it wasn't a pleasant or favorable decision from your parents, I think that decision helped. In as much as it wasn't good.
Yeah.
You stopping it and paving way for your twin sister. As you speak, you said she's in tertiary or she has finished, right?
No, she's actually going, and I have to. I mean, she have to delay. She have to wait because money is still the problem. So,
but by God's grace, you are supporting her.
Yes, and all of them. I mean, all my sisters. Most. My the one that followed us. She's in the nursing training. As I'm talking to you right now. And then the other, I think the fourth born actually also completed SHS.
Wow.
Yeah, so I mean they are all coming up. We have our last born that is going to, I think, primary 6 or GSS or something. Yeah.
That's great. That's great. And I thank God that you are still doing well.
Oh yeah.
You are doing well, so that you can be a great help to all of them. And for your parents, I believe they are happy now.
Oh yeah.
Things might not be all that cool,
yes.
But so far as you are doing well.
I was also like my father was. It got to a time because I'm always glued to my laptop. So it got to a time people were like influencing them, say that their son is doing fraud. Because we have a perception that when you are a young girl, you are attached to your laptop, you are doing fraud. So with this, I actually heard some of these conversations. So I decided to go and stay with my dad in Accra, around Dansoman here. Okay. So when I went to him, before he was able to, realize that I was genuinely working. So it got to a time I just have to add him to my board members. So my father was part of my board members.
Wow.
And any program I go to, I send him. So there was this my 2021 edition of Global Youngpreneur Award. After I was done with the event, my father looked into my face and was like, "Prince, like where at all have you been getting these people?" Like, because I mean a lot of people came, high profile people came. And I was like, "Where at all? Like, what happened?" So I told him that, "Listen, the world is fast growing in terms of technology and all that. And I don't joke with when it comes to research. I research a lot. Let's say when you say something I don't understand, I'll just watch you, keep the words in my head, go to Google and Google it, and that's how I was. And I also have to take part of some short courses online to at least even if not anything, at least I should be able to make some sentence in English and all that. At first, I wasn't good. I'll still not say that I'm good. I'm still managing, but yes, but I mean, I'm able to go to some offices and express myself. Some of the deals, like most of my proposals, everything about my awards, my company, I write them myself. And sometimes people, like, when I tell people that are close, they know my educational background. They say, no, you are not the one. And I tell them that, listen, everything is possible. I mean, you just have to keep yourself. You don't have to go to the classroom to learn. It's true. You can also learn from anywhere. Especially we have phones. So
that is true.
So they are happy. Just that we had some issue when he thinks doing a wrong investment, my father. And I was also not in support of whatever he was. Okay. Yes, because he said I should stop event because it's taking a lot of money from me.
Okay.
And I also said, no, that's my passion. That's what I want to. So he was like, I should set up a printing press since I'm good in graphic design. And I was like, the time is not yet for me to set up that avenue. So let me just take. So that was the misunderstanding, and you have to stay back and watch from afar. And we are cool.
I guess probably because it's because he sees you with high profile people, so he assumes you have the money.
Yes. Yes.
He assumes you have the money, so you can put up that structure, but he doesn't know. It's not in your pocket. Well, we thank God. It's all good. They are all part of life. Once in a while, we have to go through some of these things to ginger us, for us to also have a story to tell other people.
Sure.
Because this is one story that will go a long way to motivate a lot of young ones who are coming up. So thank you so much for sharing that part of your life with us. Now let's come back to Goyea Africa.
Okay.
You told me behind the scenes that I know this wasn't the name.
Yes.
So why rebranding?
Okay.
Why did you decide to change the name from the original one to Goyea now?
Okay. So 2022 as 2022, like, I don't want 2022 to happen in my life again. Yes. Because
certainly won't happen again. It's past and gone.
Because 2022 was I don't want to really mention names because he's someone that is also, I mean, doing his business, and mentioning his name will go a long way. So I don't want to.
That is cool.
Yes. So I have a team in everything that I do. I have a team. I don't joke with my team. So there was this young entrepreneur man that I admire from afar.
Okay.
So his mentor, we have one mentor, which is Papa Solo.
Okay.
Yeah. So 2021 edition, Papa Solo actually sponsored the venue that we'll be using, and they came on board as a title sponsor for the event. When you check the 2021 edition, it was the title sponsor of VET.
Okay.
That was his company, and they were all under that company. So after my Golden Tulip edition, and then the number of people that came, I shut down Golden Tulip. There was an overflow. So when he saw that, it was like, okay, fine. This that 2022 edition, he also want to sponsor, so that at least, because he's in network marketing,
so and he saw that it was a very lucrative venture.
So it was like, okay, fine. He was going to sponsor the venue.
Okay.
We agreed. I had an issue and I needed to move to Ho.
Okay.
And so I was organizing the program. As at that time, we finished the media tour, everything. And I was in communication with him because the venue is the major aspect of the event.
Yeah, that is true.
Yes. And he keep on giving me, hope. upon hope that the place has been booked, nothing is going to.
Wow.
So a day to the program, he called. I was like, sir, are we using the golden tulip? He said yes. The D-Day finally came. Actually, that day we didn't even take a commercial car. We actually rented a private car with about 5 of my team. And all of them, I booked a hotel for all of them.
Wow.
Yes. So we've reached Accra. He called that Anna, he's having issues. The issue is, so we can't use golden tulip. So I was like,
wow,
boss, you can't
D-Day.
do this now.
D-Day.
You can't do this now. What is happening? Like, I asked you several times. So I should get another place.
Wow.
So as at that time, I was like, getting another place. How? So that Sunday, I met, I called, what's the name? This man. Oh, sorry. Something entry, Mr. Entry. And I called him. I went to him. That time was Sunday. I went to him. I said, boss, this is the issue
Situation.
at Grand. So what are we going to do? He gave me some dollars and pounds, and then gave me his card that I should go. If it is about money, I should go to Golden Tulip, and then I should pay. As at that time, I didn't know that it was the money. He didn't book the place well. Wow. I went there, and Golden Tulip said there was no payment. There was no booking.
There was no booking.
Yes. So we can't have the program. As at that time, the DJ, the ushering team, everybody was there. People from northern region and what
had all come.
Yes,
I was
like, and I was really confused. So I told the driver he was supposed to take us to Accra and return back to Ho. But you see this thing right now, we are going to make rounds and see whether we can get any 3-star, or even if it is 5-star, we are ready to pay.
Yeah.
We have to move around the whole of Accra.
Wow.
Airport City. We drove everywhere. They said they cannot give us.